Hey there friends, how are you doing? I am Tori Favreau, horror author and your book reviewer today. I am going to be reviewing in what I consider to be one of the best books I've read in years. And this is the book by American horror author Ben Young, and the book is called Stuck. This was a tough read for me. This was a tough read. I read this book during a really difficult time of my life, and I feel blessed to have read this. This is a grief horror book, in my opinion. It is so well written. I really do. I pause. Like, all I can say is, please get this book. I mean, I'm very, very lucky. I'm one of the few people to have the special edition of it. It's beautiful. I thought I'd grab the mainstream one because I think all these would have sold by now. But I'm also very lucky that Ben signed it for me. Yeah. But yeah, number 44 of 100. It should have been number 1, but I got number 44. Okay. So basically, this was a tough read for me. If you've ever lost someone close at that period of time, my mother was passing away. And I was reading this book, and John Camden is the main character, and he doesn't know he's dying. He's going through the process of dying, and Ben researched the hell out of this to get it right. I keep pausing because, like I said, it's making me upset, but that shouldn't stop me from talking about this book. Actually, to be honest with you, I didn't expect it to make me feel as upset as it does. Ben is... look, there's a lot of talented writers out there, and I don't know why Ben's writing resonates with me. Everything he's written, I love. He's a good person and someone that I'm very lucky that, over years I've now, Ben's my friend. But this was early days when he sent this to me, and he just absolutely nails the grief associated with dying. And he does it really cleverly. But basically, John doesn't realize he's actively dying, and his best friend tells him to come along and go caving or cave diving, and I don't know the right word for it, but going into a cave, something I don't want to do. And basically, it's really, the trip is poorly thought through. John gets frustrated. Robbie starts behaving weirdly. And in the meantime, there is a lady by the name of Lucy who also is on her own special journey. And all these paths intertwine and intersect, and there are so many lovely, I'm like getting goosebumpy, not like R.L. Stine, but I'm getting goosebumps talking about this book again. It is a 300 and something plus, small text. So, if he wanted to cheat, he could have blown it out to easily a 500-page book with larger font. That would be the only complaint I've got about this, is the small text and older eyes. This book is beautiful. It will make you cry. And I think it will make you cry even if you haven't experienced the loss that I'm talking about. It's a powerful book, and Ben is a powerful author. I keep struggling. Like, I'm an independent author. I've published all my own books. Years ago, I was offered a really crappy sort of deal for Tin Man. Totally advertised my own book in the background. It was going to be 3 years before it came out, and I didn't understand that, and I'm in my 50s, and I went, no, I just want it out now. I never started writing for money, so I just self-published. I don't understand why Ben needs to be writing full-time, is all I'll say. And I care about him greatly. And guys, they They do have a YouTube channel, The Youngs and the Restless. At the moment, I know I'm a baby YouTube channel on this channel. I've got other more popular channels with 13,000 subscribers, but check them out. Ben and his wife Lauren, they review books. They're a booktube channel as well, and it was partly watching them and knowing I could bring something a little bit different. It's a bit harder when you're doing it by yourself, but I just thought, well, I love books. I love talking about them, and this way, hopefully, you guys will start to comment and we can have conversations about books too. So that's my hope with all this. This is powerful story writing, and my contention has been for the longest time, this holds up to any Stephen King book that you would enjoy. Absolutely holds up. And I mean that as the highest of praise, because for me, well, at least horror Stephen King, he's my favorite. I don't mind the Mr. Mercedes series and, you know, the Holly books and all the rest, but horror and character development, Ben has nailed everything. I do rate this a 5 out of 5 book for the story, for the power, for the way it made me feel. I was in a really fragile space though, you know. I'm very lucky, you know, that I'm in my 50s and my mother has just passed away. I do think about all the people who've lost their parents sooner than that. But yeah, the even the catch cry at the back, each death is unique. Will you recognize when yours begins? These final stages are powerful. Please just read this. That's all I'm going to say. Please just read this. Otherwise, I'll keep crapping on about how it made me feel. It made me feel sad. It made me feel like I wasn't going crazy with my grief. It somewhat normalized some of my emotions regarding my mother passing. Well, I think it was she was actively dying at this point when I was reading. So all those things, Ben must have done so much research because he got it right. And in my opinion, this is quite possibly a perfect book. So that's the review on Stuck by Ben Young. Please pick it up. I'm sure it's on Kindle Unlimited and paperback, and you know, you might even have a couple of hardcovers left. I've got no idea. But this is a near perfect book, and it is one that deserves to be in any horror reader's library because it just so truly beautifully stands out as a masterpiece of fiction that hits all too close to home. That's my review on that one, guys. Sorry I got a bit emotional, but I'm very strong on showing real feelings and not sugarcoating. So that's one thing you'll get used to if I'm a new face for you on YouTube. I won't hold back, and I'll certainly never lie to you about how I feel about a thing. All right, I'll see you in the next review. Take care. Bye.